In this industry, the way it works is you make this, and then every now and then, wah, 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 you know? You get some really fat ones. I call them rainmakers because the deals are so fat and you made so much freaking money, they like change the weather. They can make it rain now, you know what I mean? They can like take all those dry, crusty crops and irrigate them now. That's why I call them rainmakers. Hello everybody, how are you guys today? Joe Perez, Flipping Unleashed, and today we're going to do a video. I've got a YouTuber, his name is Graham Stephan. Maybe you guys have or haven't heard of him. Evidently he's doing something right. He's got almost 1.1 million subscribers, and he's also done a lot of work in real estate and other things in finance. So today we're going to watch one of his videos. I have not watched this video before, and I'm going to give you an honest accounting and analysis of what I think, what he's advocating, what he's espousing, what he believes in, okay? So stay tuned, and at minimum, you get to hear a unique third-party opinion from a guy who's been doing this his whole life and done very well at what he does, okay? So this video is my millionaire real estate investing strategy. I'm not sure what the name entails. I would think millionaire probably means that you're worth at least $1 million. So let's see, here we go.
For the last 2 months, I've spent several hours a day looking at every single property that comes up within a 6-mile radius of mid-Los Angeles. I track every property that comes on the market, every property that has a price reduction, every property that enters escrow, every property that sells. And out of the hundreds of homes that come on the market, I have only found 2 properties that were worth it for me to write an offer on. That's right, 2 properties out of hundreds.
So he mentions that he's looking at homes within a 6-mile radius of mid-Los Angeles, okay? So evidently he lives close to there and he likes that area. And like I said, his strategy is his strategy, and evidently this young guy seems to be doing very well for himself. I'm just sharing to you what my strategy is. And this is what my strategy is. I'm going to a conference this week, and it's only 12 of us. We're all some pretty big investors, been doing it a lot of years. And one of my friends there, his name is John, he's got a big hedge fund in San Francisco. When he buys homes, he buys them 500 to 800 a pop. He buys them from the banks. He buys them in ways that you and I can't buy them. He goes in the back room, they show him these reels of tape of all these homes. And then he has this little crew that they come in, they pencil out the numbers, and before you know it, he's buying 500, 800 homes, okay? I believe over like the last 5-7 years, he's bought like 5,000 homes from Bank of America and other things like that. I bring up his point because it doesn't really matter where you get a rental. This idea that the rental's got to be nearby my house so I can like drive by it. This guy, John, his company, they're making a gazillion dollars a year, and their rentals, these deals are buying all over the United States. The idea that, oh, I got to drive over there and I got to see the rental and I'm going to do repairs. No. It doesn't matter. You need to always remember to put the horse in front of the wagon, right? Not the other way around. What you should be looking at is, oh, I want to be in this neighborhood. No, you should be looking at value, the deal first. Real estate's a money game, okay? That's the reason why you're in it. You're not in it for love. You're not trying to meet a girl, even though you're going to meet a lot of girls if you're a successful real estate investor. Trust me on that. But okay, but here's the thing. You got to chase the deal that makes the most sense. And who cares if it's 30 miles from your house, 40 miles, 50 miles, 80 miles, whatever. Look, I kid you not. I got deals, I got properties that I own that they've been paying rent on time. I haven't been to these properties in 5 years, 8 years, 9 years, 11 years. I got a ton like that for sure. You know, some of these properties I got property management, others I don't. It's pretty easy. I got staff that works with me on them. We set up a bank account. They direct deposit their account in the bank account. You know, it's real easy. We don't have to interact with them. I got a girl, they have an issue with the repairs. They call her and deal with it. So the point is, don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself by saying, I want to be only in this neighborhood. What for? You're going to drive there every day to look at your rental? You're going to go and fix the AC yourself? You don't need to anymore. That's not the best use of your time. I don't want to hear you guys are out there doing your own repairs. I don't want to hear that, okay? I've shown you guys the other videos talk about unique ability. You're supposed to do activities that are most productive and the best use of your time, and it ain't out there doing freaking repairs. It's out there finding deals. That's going to yield you more value and more profit than saving a few bucks on swapping out an AC or whatever, okay?
That just goes to show you that good deals are very hard to come by, and you have to be extremely selective about what you choose to make an offer on. And
see, he's saying good deals are hard to come by. Yes, they are, but they're also even harder if you narrow down your demographics, your geographical location. But if you widen it, well, they become commensurately easier.
It's so important that you understand the property values of the area, you know your limits, and most importantly, you stick with it. Do not get sucked into an emotional purchase or fear missing out on something. If there's anything that I've learned over the last 12 years in real estate, is that there's always another deal to be had.
He's right. There is always another deal to be had. And for that reason, that's great for us because there's always more deals. It means that don't overbid too much on a home. Don't try too hard to get a home because there is always going to be another deal. That's very smart what he just said. It takes a certain amount of patience, but you'll find there's always going to be deals. And if you always go after good deals, and that's all you do is go after good deals. Let me tell you something. There was a point in my industry, in my career, where I was making $30,000 a flip. Then I said, it's not enough. Then I said, 50's got to be the minimum. And guess what? I did a lot of deals where I made 50 grand at least. Then I was like, no, I want to be more like higher, 60, 70 at least, 75. Well, guess what? Every deal I did after that, I made my 75,000. Then I got to the point where I'm at 100, 150, period. I don't even want to sniff on the deal. I don't even want to look at it if I can't make that much. Well, guess what happened? I started making that much on all my deals. So it's something to be said that you have to be selective and you have to create your net worth, your demand, what's it worth to you. And what you're going to find is if you set a high goal, you're only going to chase that goal and you're only going to look at homes that meet that goal. And that's very important. And that's why you want to have like a wide scope.
Having this type of mentality will help you not get too caught up about one home in particular, knowing that if it's over your budget, it doesn't comp out, there's no value there. It's okay to walk away knowing that another one eventually will come up that's even better. And knowing all of that, and knowing when to walk away, and knowing the limits, and knowing the value will help you long term in terms of making money.
And by the way, it brings up a great point about don't buy emotionally, because I've got to tell you that on the other side of the coin, I do beautiful work. And the girls who work on that show, Flip or Flop, done a lot of work for me. And we've created some beautiful designs, some beautiful homes. And the people who walk in and just fall in love with it, you know, just emotionally vested into the home, what you'll find is that those people, man, they will come in and make me a ridiculous offer, over asking price, you know. Whereas I might have taken less, but because they came in so high right away, there was no need for me to take less. I didn't have to. They offered me more. So don't ever get emotionally involved in a deal.
Every now and then you're going to find a listing that comes up that's absolutely horribly marketed. I'm talking wrong square footage, horrible pictures, or incorrect bedroom or bathroom counts. And sometimes those properties are going to be priced under market value because the seller and the listing agent have absolutely no idea what they have. So if you spot a listing like this, you gotta jump on it as soon as possible. And this was actually my strategy when I bought my first duplex a few years ago. It came on the market, they had absolutely no idea what they had, and they priced it significantly below what it was worth. Their main picture was a picture of a screenshot. And because I was the first one to see it come on the market, I was the first one to see it in person, and I was the first person to write an offer on it, I bought it about 15% below what it was worth within 24 hours of it coming on the market.
You know, he's right. If you can be first, that's definitely very helpful. You definitely want to be one of the first people there, and you have to also be in a situation that the way the deal is set up, not only are you the first one there, but you have to be able to convince the seller that it's worth taking your offer and not waiting around. He was very fortunate because in the MLS, he was the first guy, the multiple listings, who showed up and he bought the home and he bought it right away. He was very fortunate that the seller didn't wait. Smart seller, which happens a lot, the agent will tell the seller, hey, you know what? You got an offer the first day, within an hour, you might want to wait to see what happens. So he was very fortunate. That's why I like working other kinds of deals, foreclosures and tax sales and probates and court situations like that, divorces and lawsuits, because a lot of these kind of situations, they have timetables that they have to meet, some sort of a court date or some sort of an issue, they're going to lose their home or something's going to happen. And because of that, they don't have time. You make them a good offer and they will take it right away. They're not going to wait to see if they get better offers because they're time sensitive, their deals. They have the issue looming over them where they're going to lose their property or whatever. And that's another reason why I like to go after that one, because most of the times he was very lucky that on the MLS, they took his offer right away. Usually if a seller gets a full price offer within an hour of listing a property, they usually don't want to take it, or what they do is they play this little game where they stall you out. They take your offer, oh, okay, I'm going to submit it, but the seller's out of town. He's at the river this week. He's at the river with his family. And so I'll present it to him when he gets back Sunday night or Monday. And that's the worst, because on the weekends, people go and look at homes and then more offers come in. And then all of a sudden come Monday, they're sending you a multiple counter and they're saying, okay, we want you to submit your highest and best offer. And you're like, what the hell? I gave you full price. Well, now you know it's because they got other offers, you know? So it's important to also keep in mind that there's other avenues that can pay very, very well if you chase those as well beyond just the multiple listing service.
That one deal took me 6 months of searching to find. 6 months for one property, and I'm an agent, and I look like hours every single day, and that's how long it took me just to find one good deal. Secondly, my other tactic is to look at homes that have been listed on the market for a very long time.
You know, it took him 6 months to find that deal. You know, I gotta give the guy credit. He's obviously determined. He's a very determined guy. I probably wouldn't want to have a blinking contest with him. Something tells me he's gonna win the thing. He's gonna stare me down, you know? You gotta give him credit. 6 months, he's determined. But imagine if he would have been working on foreclosures afterwards. And by the way, he said he got a 15% discount. Imagine if he would have worked in some other deals where it's a major distress situation. With the same kind of intensity that he was working that, my bet is he probably could have got a few deals from there and probably made more money on it. But he's a realtor. It's a game he understands. It's his career, so I get it. I've also been a realtor. I've got my broker license. I've been a mortgage broker. I've done all kinds of things. I've always thirsted for knowledge, so I understand his part, you know? And to me, it's like going to a restaurant that only serves 1 or 2 dishes, or going to a restaurant that serves 12 different dishes. I love the variety, and I think almost everything that I've been showing you guys in my videos is stuff that I didn't buy from the MLS. All these other shots, they're things that I bought of people in foreclosure and things like that. I think if you saw one of recent videos, we found this guy in jail. We did very, very, very well on the property, better than we would have done had we bought on the MLS. So my point is if you're gonna do something, do it in a way where it bears the most fruit, okay? In other words, go after the biggest and best deals and know where they are.
Secondly, my other tactic is to look at homes that have been listed on the market for a very long time, because those homes are more likely to negotiate. Here's what ends up happening. Sometimes they just list the property on the market way too high, and then they lose all the momentum of having a brand new, well-priced listing. Or sometimes it comes on the market priced well, but they have really bad pictures, or maybe they used an incorrect square footage, or maybe they put the wrong bedroom or bathroom count, and a lot of these mistakes do happen. And then what happens is that after a while, they decide to reduce the price a little bit, and at that point, it's actually priced really well. But because it's sat on the market a long time, it's seen as a stale listing and no one is wanting to buy it.
So he's talking about looking at old listings. That seems to be a bit of a strategy. Old listing means that the home's been on the market for a while. Sometimes that is a way to find a desperate seller. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the actual opposite. It's a non-desperate seller. And you know why? Because the seller's willing to put the home at a high price, and they're not desperate for the money. So they're like, I'll wait a while. I'll wait a while. Maybe they wait a month, 2 months, then they lower it a little bit. And you know, the realtor wants to get paid. So the realtor's like, oh, sir, you know, giving them all this information why they should like lower the price of the home and this and that. And the seller's like, no, I'm okay. You know, he's got a good job. He's not desperate to leave that neighborhood. So maybe he lowers it a little bit more, then a little bit more. So sometimes old listings can like do well for you, or the opposite. What you have is a non-motivated seller. Now, if you are going to work the MLS, I wouldn't just advise old listings. How about expired listings? How about a seller who changed their mind for whatever? Canceled, withdrawn listings. You know, people that at some point listed their home and then changed their mind for whatever reason. You'll find that the motivation to sell the home in the beginning might still exist, and they might have hit some issues, some medical issue or something else. You know, the job assignment got postponed for 90 days or whatever, and all of a sudden they do need to sell, and it's coming up, but they're procrastinating, not putting the home on the market yet, and you call them up, and all of a sudden you can get those deals, and it's less competitive because not as many people are chasing those because the homes don't show as active. So there's other designations that I would probably suggest you go after with greater intensity than maybe just going after old listings. All right, stay with me, you guys. It's only one more minute and we're done.
So right now I'm a little over 2 months into my search and I'm still looking for the right property. I'm very selective about the type of property and location I want, and also something that preferably has something where I can add some value to it, and that just doesn't come up on the market very often. But I will continue looking and I will continue making videos updating everyone on the progress and what I found along the way. And I'll be sure once I actually find the property to document any renovations, what it's like to buy it, any inspections, and everything else that goes along with that. I will bring you guys along in the entire journey. And hopefully all of this information can benefit you as well to one day become a multi-billion-dollar real estate investor who just basically takes over the planet.
So in conclusion, Graham Stephan seems like a very honest guy, very decent guy, hardworking guy. And evidently he's doing something right. Like I said, he's at 1.1 million subscribers. That's pretty impressive. Just understand like how we're different. I don't have that many subscribers. He's making a lot of money from YouTube. I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm making very little, if anything. I can't even take my family out to dinner with the money I've made. But that's not why I'm doing this. There's different reasons. But the point is that I only make money one way and one way only, and that's in real estate. I do all kinds of stuff. I buy property, I flip property, I buy partial interest, I buy debt, judgments, all kinds of stuff, okay? Everything is real estate based. And what I can say this, he's found something that works for him in his world and his niche, and that's as a realtor, okay? And I want you guys to understand that I can, and it's no offense to him, but I can show you guys. I can show you guys a way that would encompass many other aspects. His formula is missing some ingredients, and that's okay because what he's doing seems to work for him. So in no way am I disparaging him. I'm just stating that we're in two different walks of life. And I'd love for you guys to keep following, and I'll show you all kinds of cool ways, different kinds of deals to go after, and how to maximize the amount of money you make on the deals. So that way you're not buying property at 15%. That formula works for him. But I'll be honest, if you guys signed up with me and you guys were mostly buying homes that had 15% discount, I'd be very disappointed in myself because that means I taught you like shit, okay? That's the truth. What you're gonna find is we're gonna do a lot of deals where you bought them at 30, 40, 50% discount, 60% discount. Absolutely. And I'll be more than happy to post a shitload of my grant deeds. Grant deeds are the deeds that show when you bought the home, and it shows how much you paid from the tax stamps and all that. You can see it. In this industry, the way it works is you make this, and then every now and then, wah, 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 wah. You know, you get some really fat ones. I call them rainmakers because the deals are so fat and you made so much freaking money, they like change the weather. They can make it rain now. You know what I mean? They can like take all those dry, crusty crops and irrigate them now. That's why I call them rainmakers. And that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do. All the other ones maintain your lifestyle and pay your bills. And those deals, they put you to a whole new level, create something whole new different for you. Okay? So listen, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys on my next videos. And please, if you think I spoke from the heart and spoke honestly and I'm trying to show you guys something, please like the video and please subscribe. Okay? Thank you guys very much.